What is going on, everybody? Cardo sent me out a care package and we're gonna take a look at what we got. First thing in here looks like a helmet donut. I got some Cardo swag. Looks like there's 2 Cardo hats in here. I got a t-shirt. We got a Harley-Davidson Packtalk Edge. And of course, we had to get a Harley-Davidson Packtalk Edge for Miss Ryda as well. And we got one of my favorite things, stickers. All right, enough with the box. So what I'm about to do today is put this Cardo Packtalk Edge on my Simpson helmet. I'll be replacing my current communicator, and I'm gonna put this on the Bell helmet I just purchased for Miss Ryda. So I'm gonna show y'all what actually comes in this box. You got the Harley-Davidson branding right there. It's gonna say Harley-Davidson on the actual Packtalk Edge right here. And as you can see, you got dynamic mesh, natural voice sound by JBL, which I love JBL. Pull this tab, slide it open. There we go. There's plenty of Harley-Davidson branding on here, and there's a tab right here that says open. Nice little flap, magnetic flap too. So you're greeted with your Packtalk Edge communicator, which is right here. It's a nice size, as you can see, in reference to my hand. Okay, then you got a nice little cardboard box. All right, before using your unit connected to the Cardo app, I'm familiar with the Cardo app, and the Cardo app is on point. I will give it that. All right, so you've got a huge pocket guide, which if it's this big, it must do a lot. I'm gonna read that later, maybe. Then you got how to install it, which I've installed quite a few communicators. So if you haven't, you might want to look at that. I don't really need to look at that. And important safety, compliance, and warranty information. The warranty part is kind of important. I don't care about safety and compliance because it's a Bluetooth communicator and I'm using it no matter what. All right, so let's open this right here and see what we got. So looks like we've got the main base plate is in this plastic bag. You get a USB to USB-C charging cable. You get your boom mic. So for if you're running a modular helmet, this is the mic you're gonna wanna use. I don't ever run modular. I probably should if I do more road trips. You get a set of JBL speakers. I believe these are the 40 millimeters. They do have some weight on them, so you can tell the magnets in them are pretty decent. So I'm assuming they're gonna sound pretty good. I'll let y'all know about that. And then you get a couple of mounting options. So let's get this box out the way. I might end up needing that. Let me stick that somewhere. All right, let's see what kind of mounting options we get here. So we got an alcohol pad right here. We got these little round Velcro pads are made to move the speakers closer to your ears if you want them closer. So that way, honestly, when you move them closer, you hear a little bit more bass. Then you got the mic that I'm gonna use, which is right here. It is just the flat corded mic. This is the ones I always use on any of my helmets. Then you've got the mount that you would use if you're gonna clip it onto your helmet, which I typically don't use these. You basically put these in between the shell and the styrofoam of your helmet. Always just go with this mount right here, which is just a 3M based mount. And then you got a couple more pieces of Velcro. So we're gonna put that all to the side here. Let's get a little bit of organization going on over here. So if you've ever installed a communicator on your helmet, it's pretty straightforward. As you can see right here, I have one on here now that I'm about to pull off. If I can get it off. This one's on here tight. All right, so I got my cheek pad out of here. So since I already had a communicator in this helmet, I'm gonna leave the Velcro in there and just use the same Velcro because I'll be switching this communicator over to my new helmet soon whenever it comes in. It's just some of the parts for the helmet I'm switching to is out of stock. Hopefully you can see this right here. This is one of those pads I was telling y'all about right here that brings the speakers closer to your ears. So since the Simpson helmet is super loud, I try to bring the speakers as close to my ears as possible. So what I'm gonna do first is get these speakers opened and get them in here, placed how I want them. and then get the mic in there. And then from there, it's just figuring out where I want the unit to go. Now these speakers actually have a 3.5 millimeter jack, which is kind of a good thing in my opinion, because if you do things like YouTube, for instance, like me, and you want to run a splitter, you could just get a 3.5 millimeter splitter and have the audio from whoever you're communicating with on your Cardo, as well as your audio from your microphone for your GoPro or DJI or whatever you're using, just split, and you can get both sounds, if that makes any sense. So my communicator is going on the left side, the non-throttle hand of my helmet. So that means the short wire needs to be on that side. So let's do that. And then all I'm gonna do is run this around to the other side. All right, so I got the right side of the helmet already done. The speakers in there, my microphone, and my cable for my action camera is right there. So I'm all set on that side. So now what I'm gonna do is just throw the wires all over the place up into the headliner. You don't want to bunch them up because then you might get a hot spot, and you want to make sure your wire doesn't get caught under any of your snaps when you snapping the helmet back in, because you don't want to end up clipping that. All right, so that side's down and that side's done. So now I'm gonna rotate that helmet. And as you can see, basically most of my wires are in there. Where I put my microphone is, hopefully y'all can see this. It's kind of dark in the helmet, but it's literally, there's a piece of Velcro going right up the middle in between the two air vents on the Simpson. I found out that's the best place for a communicator mic because it doesn't pick up much wind noise. So let me just Velcro my mic right there. This mic's a little beefier too. So I'm gonna just sit that kind of center in there. I'm real OCD when it comes to my motorcycle stuff, but I'm one junky bastard when it comes to other stuff. All right, so let's see. There we go. We got that positioned. And then there's a little short wire that you're gonna run to your headset. And I'm gonna run it behind the cheek pad. So now that I got all that in there, I wanna check out my base plate, and I see that I got some wires that I'm gonna end up having to run into the helmet. But before doing all that, I need to figure out like where I'm gonna actually put this communicator. And I'm thinking it's gonna live in the same place that the last one was, which is basically like right about there. So the wires are gonna jump in somewhere around this part on the helmet. So I'm gonna actually get the external Cardo unit put on here first, which is gonna go basically in the same spot, just cleaning it off with a little alcohol. Then the way you're gonna get the best stick with this is heating it up with like a blow dryer. And I think I'm gonna position it like right about there or so. So let me get that on there real quick because I gotta use both hands for this. All right, as you can see, I got it all situated on here. It's probably not 100% adhesive or whatever you want to call it yet, but we're gonna roll with it. So let me get the cheek pad back in there. All right, so I got the cheek pad back in. Now all that's left is to get these wires right here connected and Cardo installed. And that is it. No wire showing, Cardo communicator fully installed. The cool part about this Cardo versus my previous communicator is I can do this. It's magnetic. What's up? It's been about a week maybe since I put the new Cardo Packtalk Edge on my helmet, and I wanted to tell y'all what I've noticed as a difference from this Cardo versus the Sena. Number one is at higher volumes, it is a lot clearer than my Sena was. Like, it doesn't sound like it distorts. I don't know if that has to do with the JBL speakers that it came with, but on my Sena I had the upgraded speakers in it, so I'm a little confused with that. I absolutely love the magnetic mount because now I don't have to have my helmet, because with my Sena I had the 50R and I had to have my helmet sitting near the charger when I was charging up my helmet, but now I can actually just take off the unit
and charge it wherever I want to, and when it's time to go, just boop, magnetic, and pop it right back on. I feel like everything should be done with magnets nowadays. You know, DJI has been using magnets forever. GoPro just came out with a new GoPro that's starting to use magnets for their mounts. I mean, everything should be magnetic mounts. It's just so much more convenient. The other thing I noticed is that when pairing up with the other Packtalk Edge that Miss Ryda has when we went for a ride, you know, it pairs up very seamlessly, no issues whatsoever, and it's extremely clear. So like when we're riding, when we used to run our Cenas, I could kind of hear my exhaust echoing through the headset with her mic. With this one, I don't hear the exhaust at all. It's just so much quieter, so much cleaner. It gets rid of that background noise, I feel like, a lot better. So that's definitely a pro. I haven't made too many phone calls with it yet, but once I do, I'll get feedback from whoever I'm on the phone with and let y'all know then. I'm gonna do a long-term review of this Packtalk Edge. And I glanced at the app briefly, and it has a lot of features in there. I still got to go through it thoroughly. The other thing is the voice recognition system on this thing is seamless. Anytime I say, hey, my unit, or hey, the type of phone I have, it's extremely responsive, and it gets it right the first time. It never messes up. So I don't know how they got the voice recognition to be so good, but I will tell you, it is amazing. Now, Cardo didn't tell me what to say in this video. They just sent me out the units, and they actually gave me a discount code for you guys to use if you're looking to get a Cardo. You'll end up getting 10% off. The code will be down in the description, along with a link to go ahead and get you a Cardo if you're interested in getting one. I myself love it, and if you're thinking of getting a Cardo, definitely use the link in my code, because I will get a little bit of kickback, because that's my affiliate link and affiliate code. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it definitely helps your boy out. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm about to light this highway up real quick. Hit that bell notification, give this video a big old thumbs up, and get out there on two wheels and experience life, man. There's no life like it. Check y'all out in that next one.